Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I want us to have this discussion without emotions, and I want to start with a question. Why do you think Raila Odinga and William Ruto sat down for a discussion? Irrespective of the direction, bipartisan or all-inclusive political talk. But why do you think? There is a narrative by UDA allies that they're already creating a ground. They're saying that William Samoei Ruto is going after Raila Odinga, or rather is begging for a handshake, is pursuing a handshake with Raila Odinga so that they can manage the cost of political capital. And in simple terms, what they're saying here is that the dynasties, when they're out of government, they can destabilize the country, or rather, they have a potential of destabilizing the country. And so you cannot then brush them off. This is coming from none other than David Day. And David Day is saying that William Ruto is interested in the political stability of the country. And if a handshake with Raila Odinga is what can actually bring that, then nothing wrong with it. Clearly, reading from a different script from the political leaders around William Ruto, who believe, and including led by William Ruto himself, that they need a very strong opposition to deliver, and that opposition is in Raila Odinga. Number two, they believe that Raila Odinga can destroy their government. I want to debunk in this analysis. William Samoei Ruto do not need Raila Odinga, and let's not be cheated that he's interested in political stability. No. And time will bear me witness. The time will bear me witness. It is not about political stability. Let me tell you. If the political stability was the interest, then Raila Odinga started discrediting government in December. Then it has been evolving, He started the first anti-government rally in December. After that, he did the Kamkunji one and went to US, allegedly met Biden, came back. At that time, UDA started hawking a political amendment. Some letters were sent to the Senate and National Assembly speakers on creation of the office of the opposition leader, something like that. In what was deemed as a move, it never went anywhere, then came back. So Raila has been moving. And for the last, I think, 5 months, Raila has been consistent on William Ruto's legitimacy, and that has created a bit of that instability on the ground. And let me take it from me. Instability is not that it's there, mandamano protest. That's not it. The instability in this is about the economy. That's what David is talking about. But I want to tell you why that is not the reason. The scary aspect of it. What no one else is talking about this issue. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our video. Thank you very much for those who are sharing our videos to your friends and our viewers across the globe. Asanteni sana. Allow me send my condolences on behalf of my family to the 20 border or rather road users in Migori who perished in a very grisly road accident when a lorry veered off the road and cracked, or rather hit borders. There are guys who were just standing at the stage waiting for their clients. Poleni sana. Ladies and gentlemen, it is clear that many political leaders around William Ruto are not normally keen on the political capital. And that's why you hear them saying, watch a hair and a money. They've never looked at it that way. Now, what David is pulling is a political stability card. That's not it. Let's face it. And that is why I insist and I've been saying, someone should tell Raila Odinga this. William Ruto is not Uhuru Kenyatta. The dynamics of 2017 are different to the dynamics of 2022. He's never been honest. This is what William Ruto wants. Number one, Ruto knows Raila Odinga is active in 2027 politics and election, and wants to bring him close and kill him politically by coiling a political narrative against him. This is it. UDA successfully told some gullible voters in this country that handshake killed Uhuru Kenyatta government. A day after the after the Monday demo was called off, and there was a plan about the bipartisan route, people meeting to discuss the issues. William Ruto went in a campaign trail and went out to speak about how the handshake destroyed Uhuru Kenyatta's government, and like projects is doing because of this. Is doing this because of handshake. Let me tell you, if Raila Odinga dare fall for that Ruto's handshake trap, 1 year to general election, William Ruto will engineer a breakaway. Take it from me. William Ruto will engineer a breakaway, and after engineering a breakaway, he knows very well that Raila will go for vote mobilization. Then at that time, Raila will emerge the punching bag. Everything that UDA will have failed to do for 4 years will be on Raila Odinga. Ruto will break away a year to the election, and after that breakaway, start putting a lot of launching projects here and there and say that, look here, when we were here, we had to do this and that and that, na hata tulibidi tukakosana. In fact, let me tell you, handshake with Ruto will engineer that handshake with Raila and see Mount Kenya leaders walking away, knowing very well, or rather breaking ranks with him. So that a year to election, they try to coin some sort of unity with the Mount Kenya and they face the election. No. The reason why William Ruto is going for Raila handshake is not that political instability. What will make him get second term is not that political instability. What is going to make him is how he manages Raila Odinga's political cards. Because this is it. By either side, if either Raila is going to vie, or whoever is going to vie in Azimio will get the support of Raila, or whichever political formation that will come, Raila's voice will still remain supreme. Number 2, and this goes to Azimio. The handshake, or not the handshake, when that demo was called off, the next day, newspaper headline was splashed that William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta, that William Ruto and Raila Odinga met. Now, UDA bloggers were all over saying, and they're saying that what is happening here is that Azimio is only about Raila Odinga. Without Raila Odinga, that Azimio is not there. You know what's happening? Ruto would want to embolden the profile of Raila Odinga in public, with a plan to make sure that at the 2027, Raila Odinga's candidature becomes the monopoly factor, or rather Raila Odinga becomes the candidate for 2027, or rather is still right for 2027. The trap is not to take Raila to the ballot, but trap is to make sure to know very well that in 2027, if Raila will insist that he must be the candidate, then there is going to be Azimio breakaway, certainly Kalonzo Musyoka. And that's what he would want. So if Ruto would be pushing for that sort of that handshake, then it will be with all of them. But he will want to grab Raila. After grabbing Raila's hand, pull him off, then of course work a lot, profile, work on his, rather boost his profile. By that time we go to vote mobilization, Raila becomes the only candidate. Then that way you break away Azimio. So it's also a ploy to break Azimio 3. The son of Ayos, Woodbondo, would tactically be in the line, and Ruto will just use them to checkmate Mount Kenya so that that team can toe the line. No, the guy is really scared of Raila Odinga. Very scared of Raila Odinga. And because he knows very well that in the Kenyan political matrix, if Ruto is doing political calculation, there are 3 voting blocks in this country that you can bank on. 1 is Kalenjin, 2 is Kikuyu, 3 is Luo. Not because Luo has a number, but because they can vote in a specific direction. Kikuyu can also vote in such specific ways. They've tried. They've always voted in a specific direction. So that is what they know, that if Ruto is to, if brings Raila Odinga around, is going to checkmate the Rigathi Gachagua. And so the kind of pressure that will come from them will actually go down. That is not, those are the things running in the minds of the son of Sugoi. Now, let me tell you, today, UDA had a mobilization drive in Homa Bay. I'm told they're heading to my county of Siaya. Raila is being sought after by William Ruto to soften the ground for intrusion of Azimio zones, ODM zones by extension. Let's meet in the next analysis.